Hi everybody, let me just fix my camera here. Sorry for all that. I got my message that had a little error message I wanted to fix. Okay, I am excited here and going to show you a project today that I am sending out to my VIPs. So I hope you can join me. Sorry, I'm still messing around with my camera a little bit. I usually do this before I go live. Okay, so here's the deal. For my VIPs, I try to do something a little special 2 or 3 times a year. It is a great program, and until you try it or think it through, you may not know whether it's for you or not, but VIPs get 15% of their purchases in product credit for a future purchase. In other words, every time you place an order, you get credit towards another order. And I think it's a really good deal. And my VIPs have certainly made money. There's only, out of all of my VIPs, only one VIP did not come out ahead, and it's because she just didn't place any orders. I think her friend talked her into signing up or something. Everybody else came out way ahead of the fee. So the fee is $35 a year, and then this year you get a $15 immediate credit. So it's like paying $20. And it doesn't take much to make that 15% back. So this is to show you what I'm sending to my VIPs this month as a thank you. And this particular piece of artwork, it is in this catalog right here, this current catalog. It is on page 24 of the catalog. It is so cool. It is it's such a neat layout. I just love it. The problem is, if you wanted to recreate it, you have to buy a lot of product to recreate this. So you would have to buy the mix-in pack. It has papers from the pumpkin spice pack and from the holly and ivy pack. So you would have to buy 3 different packs, and not only that, but then you'd have to cut up your 12 by 12 papers in order to make this, and that would kind of defeat the purpose of having 12 by 12 papers for our scrapbooking people. And so what I did was I kind of put together a little kit. I did this cutting for you. Now I'm not sending you the background page. You may notice the background has some splattering. It's been cut down. It's backed in toffee and in this print right here, which is like a little plaid. And so, you know, if you want to back your page with a couple of colors, that is totally up to you, okay? So this is what we're gonna do today. I wanna show you this. What I did was, let me just move this off here. I cut my piece of paper down to 11.5 by 11.5. So you can see on my grid, I have 11.5 by 11.5. And then I could back it onto a piece of cardstock. So I could put it on, you know, toffee. I could put it on paprika. I could put it on both. I could cut them down and put that on there. Whatever looks good to you, you know, you could do. So I'm just going to leave mine kind of like this right now, and I'm going to dump out the contents of what is in the envelope. So this is the envelope that you will be getting in the mail. Obviously I haven't mailed them yet because here they are. I'm just going to dump everything out. Lots of parts and pieces. So I did send a card base and an envelope, a little piece of wood grain and a piece of shimmer trim, because I thought, you know, not everybody's into scrapbook layouts, and you might want to make a quick card or something. And you could use these little cute scraps along the bottom of this card, and you could like dovetail the bottom and put them all along here and just make whatever kind of card you want. So that is an option. Like, you could make cards with it, and this would be really cute. I'm going to show you that some ideas for that in just a sec. This piece right here I thought would be a nice photo mat. You certainly don't have to use it for that. You can set it aside and do something else with it. I have lots and lots of little strips, and I have several pieces of stamped images that I put in here that you could decorate your page with. Pumpkins, acorns. I also have lots of little sequins and stuff. So I'm just gonna kind of scooch these off to the side just for a minute. So they're off right here to my side. I don't know if you can see that, but I might turn my camera just so you can see it a little bit. And so when you're looking at this layout, I mean, you could copy it exact. Like, here's this piece here. You know, I have a stripy piece. It may not be exactly the same width or the same length. I cut them all kind of similar lengths because I thought, you know, really, everybody has their own idea of what looks good and what they like, and everybody can kind of do their own thing. And remember, there are two sides, so you could do grays, you could do oranges. I mean, whatever you like. What I did was I cut these pieces. Some of them are really long. You'll have to cut them down if they're too much. Some of them are really short, and you may have to, you know, trim things up a little bit. But the idea of the whole thing is that you can recreate this layout to some degree and use the strips that I have cut for you. So you can see there's a lot of scraps. There's two-sided patterns like that. Some of them, there's a few that are not two-sided, like this one is a zip strip. Zip strips are, you know, from the tops of papers, so they don't have a back on them. But the idea is to just make a big circle, right? Just make a big circle. And you can do this you can look directly at your catalog, and you can create your own thing. Now, the other thought I had on this was, boy, this would be really cool as a Christmas page. Like, if I just used the Christmas papers, or just think about the options of what you could do with the various papers. I like that dark. I really like that dark. So, and you can kind of, you know, play around with them, rearrange, move them around, and then glue them all down. So you can see, this isn't going to take me a ton of time to put together. And I even have a few little pieces kind of left, and I'm going to put those over on my card base, I think, because I might use it on my card base when I show you that. Okay, now the other thing, so I think this looks pretty good, right? I mean, here's the catalog one, here's mine, and I don't even have it glued down or anything. So the next thing is decoration. Now, a couple of things you'll notice on here is that there are some stickers from a sticker sheet. I obviously did not have stickers enough for everyone. I would have had to buy quite a lot of packs. So what I did to try to make up for it was I tried to make some cut pieces to kind of go with it. So let's just say I'm going to use the light side of this. Let's say I put this here for my photo, and I put "You're a blessing." Maybe I put a couple acorns here with my wheat. Maybe I put my pumpkin here. I mean, you have a lot of options. Here's the little thing that says "with gratitude." I kind of thought that would be a, you know, something you could either use around the edge like they did here, or use it instead of "season of thanks." You know, you could pop it up on foam tape and put it over here as part of your wreath. And then I have like, I don't know, 2 or 3 little leaf sequins. I have lots of little scatter sequins for you to be able to glue down. I recommend, now these are all loose in your pack. I might put these in some kind of envelope because they're just everywhere. But just imagine like how cool you can make this look, adding all your little scatter elements like this. You can put them anywhere you want. You can use them all, you can use none, I don't care. I also have a couple, I accidentally put a gem in that one. I have like lots of little pieces. Okay, so there's the page. That way you can recreate it and it'll look really stunning. And if you really want to make this cool and you don't want to do something fall, you could flip things over so you don't have a lot of orange. You could take the acorns off and do something completely different. So let's just say I don't want the acorns and the pumpkins. I have lots of little parts and pieces over here. I could use my little critters. I could put the little critters on. I think these are really cute. This would be really cute for a kid page. I have lots of little tiny leaves like this. So that would be kind of fun if you purchased those, or any image that you have. Like for me, I thought this one would be really fun. So I'm into the whole mocha craze. I buy coffee mochas all the time, and I thought this would be really fun to make like a mocha page or something. And I thought that one is, I think that's really fun. I mean, God, isn't that cute? So I think that's really cute. I wanted to show you this. So this is the alphabet set that I'm using. It's called Pattern Block. And when I first saw it, I was pretty unimpressed, but I stamped it in brown and colored it with a little bit of the peach color to coordinate. And I think this turned out really cute. I probably would not put this on papaya. I probably would put it on that color, or brown even, like the mocha colored brown. But that's the benefit of having a really cool alphabet. And I also used this pumpkin treats set, you know, to make the little coffee drinks, just in case you're curious about how I did those. And coloring them is nice and easy, which is great. They can also be like Christmassy, like pumpkin spice or whatever, or peppermint mocha or whatever. So that was my idea with the coffee themed one. You could take pictures of anything that coordinates with these colors, and you would be set to go. So this is what I'm sending to my active VIPs. The other thing I wanted to show you, let's just say you're not a big, I'll show you that in a minute. The other thing is, if you're not a big scrapbooker, but you want to make cards, I also sent you this, and to be honest, you could make both. I think I sent you enough to make both. And so I sent this wood. I thought you could put it at the top of the thing, and then you can just take your pieces and, you know, dovetail the ends of them, and you can decide, like, here, let me just kind of put them on here. You can decide which side you want to use, whether you want to use gray or tan or orange or, you know, whatever. And I'm just gonna do this for a minute and do a variety. These are just my leftover pieces from that wreath. So, you know, you could do anything. You could use any of them that you want. I really like this kind of dark gray flannel. Okay, so let's just say these are the pieces I end up using, and I put them across. Right now they're a little wonky. Maybe you want to make them all straight, but whatever. And then I'll glue the wood on top. So it looks like little flags coming out. Now, the other thing that I included is a piece of this rose gold shimmer trim. And I think that this is really, really pretty. Shimmer trim comes on a roll like this. And once you get it started, it has like, you can keep a little clear tab on it, so that, I don't know what the best way to show you that. That little clear tab that's on the end always gives you a place so that you can unroll the rest of it and glue it down. So when you get yours in the mail, yours is not going to be started. So you're going to be sitting there fiddling with it, trying to get the backing off so that you can stick it down. But there's a card, for example, and you could use your parts and pieces on it if you wanted to. That would make a really nice fall card. I think that looks really nice. You could use any images that you have. You know, I have several of the Stamp of the Month images that next week I'm going to be showing the Stamp of the Month, and you know, that looks really nice on that card. You could you know, you could do anything like that. If you're into it, you could use the Stamp of the Month from last month. Isn't that pretty? I've had a few people ask me how that was done, and so I real quick want to show you how I did that. Let me grab a piece of paper. This is kind of like what happens when you're not prepared all the time. Okay, so what I did was, you could use the word grateful or thankful. You know, they're really big, as you can see. They make nice big cards or a scrapbook layout title. And I have two colors of ink, one light and one dark. And so what you want to do is, you want to ink up the top of your stamp in one color and the bottom in the other. Now, it's okay for them to cross mash over just each other just a little bit. As a matter of fact, it's probably a good idea if they do. The difference though is you don't want to use your dark color first. You'll mess up your lighter ink. So I'm inking up the word thankful, and I think you can see that I'm approximately half in nectarine. And then I'm going to get out my paprika ink, and now I'm just going to do the bottom. And notice I'm going a little up and down, and I have it inked up on the other half. And then I'm just going to press. I don't have a cushion under there, so. And there you go. And you have it half in nectarine and half in the paprika, and it looks really cool that way. You could do that in any color. You could do that in an orange and a blue. You can, I mean, anything. And even better if they mix just a little in the center, you get more ombre. Like here, I think now that this is dried a little bit, I think you can see the ombre of it a little more. But just imagine then if you wanted to, on your scrapbook page, say you're not into making cards at all, save your card base for later, use this as your title. You could even cut this up into 2 or 3 little strips on its own, so then you have some glitter strips that go around. So that's an option too. So there you go. I know that's fast and easy because I tried to do all the hard part for you. I have strips that you can cut in different shapes. I want you to use the catalog as a guide, but not, you know, it doesn't have to be exact. But notice that some of the strips are in farther, some are smaller, some are bigger, some stick out more, and they kind of move them around that circle. And if you need to take like a dinner plate or something and make a big circle as a guide, you can. But the truth is they fit pretty perfectly on an 11.5 by 11.5 piece of cardstock. So you wouldn't have to put this on another color like I have. You could just use 12 by 12. But you can kind of see how that ends up looking. So I hope you really like that. And Heather, let me know if you want one, because you know, I don't know whether you'll want all this paper that I've handled and cut with all my lotiony hands and stuff. But this is what I'm sending you this month, and thank you so much for being my VIP customers. Bye-bye.